Welcome back to Off the Record. 2 segments, and it's really been, my biceps have taken a toll now. I'm wrestling with the dog. But Doc, fat boy slim. I mean, this whole concept. There are people who are very thin,
yes,
and who have high cholesterol levels,
yes,
and those who are huge,
yes,
and all their readings are absolutely normal.
That's
what
right.
would you attribute this to?
This is called the YY syndrome. It was described by a pediatrician called Yajnik in Pune, and there's a famous photograph available on the net of this guy, a very slim guy, sitting along with another slim person in the US, and all the differences between Indians and Americans. Basically, we consume a higher degree of carbohydrate. They consume a higher degree of protein. Look at Indian fat boy slim. This is thin person, usually vegetarian, taking a lot of starch, taking a lot of rice, not doing much exercise. This combination, lots of ghee and butter, carbohydrate, fat based, very low protein.
So cholesterol can be high for a very thin person also.
That's right. Many people think, sir, if I'm fat, I have high cholesterol. If I become thin, will my cholesterol go away? No, not necessarily. There are two different things. You can be thin and you can pump up your blood cholesterol.
How does one bring down cholesterol? They say statins.
Yes.
Sometimes can lead to diabetes also. That's the latest, medical research finding.
Yes.
Statins can lead to diabetes. So what does one do to? Some people, grandma's remedies: eat a pot of garlic, eat almonds, soak almonds in water, then remove the skin, then have it. I mean, you're the expert. Tell us.
Right. This is on a more advisory note. Number one, to avoid what we call saturated fat, like stuff like ghee, vanaspati, dalda, stuff like that, puris. These are all full of saturated fat. To avoid saturated fat is the best. 2, garlic has got some little bit of protective effect, but it will have a catastrophic effect if you're out on a date, or if unless you want to keep vampires away or something. It's better to avoid too much of garlic. What is much more sensible is to bring down the total starch content. I believe that people must
cut down rice. Have rotis instead of rice.
That's right.
Simple solution.
Full carbs.
Okay.
Wheat instead of maida. Instead of maida. Rice, to knock off rice.
Also, fatty liver disorder. Many people, 70% I'm told, don't even know that they have it.
That's tragic.
Is that to do with diabetes? Chennai is emerging as a diabetes capital of the world, in fact.
There's something called diabesity. It's the latest hot mantra. Diabesity is a combination of diabetes plus obesity. I'm not talking about morbidly obese. People are mildly overweight, especially the tummy. Lots of interesting data, Sanjay, that anything that increases your fat in the belly will increase the fat in the liver. For example, if you look around in the morning, you'll find a lot of people, bald, old gentlemen, slim arms, slim legs and thighs, only a punch. Okay. They are the ones who are most in danger of having a fatty liver and having
exercise,
all the
exercise and diet.
Exercise and diet, magic.
Which is what you do. Which is what has led to the six-pack. Let me ask my colleague Anuradha, who's sitting there. Anu, do you think this is a six-pack? Do you think he has a six-pack? I don't know if she's going to answer it because you have Dr. Rajkumar's wife right behind there within earshot. So Anu, it's okay. Doesn't matter. Does he have a six-pack?
It looks like.
Looks like a six-pack. Okay, you're in trouble, buddy. You're in trouble when you get home today. But tell me, this whole love marriage thing that happened. Dr. Rangarajan also, again, doctors marrying doctors and all that.
Yes.
She controls the purse strings. She is a conscience keeper.
She controls the strings, she controls the purse, and she controls the purse strings, actually.
Okay.
All three.
Okay. But you learn the ropes and she pulls the strings.
That's right.
The ropes are better than strings.
The ropes are better than
Okay, I have some rapid fire questions for you. Tell me, apparently when you drive, you fall asleep, which is why you have a chauffeur.
Yes, I mean, that's true. Because long drives, especially in England, when I used to work, days and days and nights. To drive back, long drives, it used to be so cold outside, you have the heater on, you've been working 36 and 48 hours. I used to fall asleep and
also when you fall asleep, you're still not really asleep because your brother-in-law, not Dr. Rangaraj, and the other one, Prabhu, last night I had a conversation with him and he told me that once he woke you up in the middle of your sleep and you asked him about some question he asked you about 10 symptoms and you blurted it out in your sleep. What was that question and is it true?
No, we run on autopilot sometimes, Sanjay, even now in the middle
No, don't talk about autopilot. Recently they put plane on autopilot and then it descended 25,000 feet. So
I must tell you, my autopilot has got far less catastrophic consequences.
But your co-pilot, your wife would take care of the rest, although she's not a...
The co-pilot shouldn't be drunk as well.
Okay.
What we do is actually, the minute you wake up or you get a phone call in the middle of the night, however groggy or tired you are, switch on.
Your body clock is sort of adapted
Adrenaline will flow.
Okay.
And then even if you're able to, you can even call to do surgery, you can do it perfectly well. And that's what surgical training is all about. Many people say, look, doc, if you work extra hours, won't you be tired? Won't you slip in the operation? You don't really slip.
You don't sleep in operation?
Never. But immediately after that, you're more tired than you were before.
But what about, you don't answer the mobile on the operation theatre? I know of some doctors who do that actually.
No.
Some of my doctor friends do that. When I call them, they say I'm the operation theatre. You don't do that.
Maybe they're standing in the theatre, you're not operating. But when you operate, you have to have a lot of our work involves sterile.
It's a lot of, I mean, jokes apart, a lot of fitness that's required, right? Even on the operation
Because
theatre,
you stand for 8
nerves
hours,
of
10
steel,
hours.
your hands need to be steady.
Hands need to be steady, your back needs to be good, your shoulders need to be good, your neck
So
needs
it's important for a doctor to also be extremely physically fit, especially a surgeon.
I believe so, Sanjay, and I'd like here to point out.
Strong fingers, right? They say surgeons have strong fingers.
No, delicate fingers, but
Delicate
strong
fingers.
arms.
Okay, strong
You
arms.
drive on, but
not as strong as mine.
No.
Not as strong as.
As we have just proved, disconcertingly, not as strong as yours. No, but I just want to say that people say there's a stereotype. If you look at the MGR films, the doctor's an old guy. You know, he himself.
No stereotypes with Dr. Rajkumar. I mean, they say the white coat syndrome. I don't think anybody. I mean, the people say that an apple a day keeps the doctor away. But if the doctor is charming as Dr. Raj, then keep the apple away. I mean, is that true?
Well, I don't know.
Do you have a lot of female admirers, patients?
Well, I have two big female admirers at home.
Oh, that's being politically correct.
Wife and daughter.
Politically correct. You're not supposed to be politically correct and off the record.
Well, yes, I have a lot of patients who relate to me very well. As I was telling you.
Okay,
maybe a couple
that's a euphemism. A lot of patients who relate to me very well.
It's a very carefully worded.
It's something that even happened in Don Bosco when you were there. I mean, you're a super senior of mine in Don Bosco, Egmore. And I think Good Shepherd was not very far away.
Sanjay.
But you are a good shepherd of Lifeline.
I'm just going to keep quiet at this.
All
I'm
right.
just waiting for you to ask the next question.
The next question is, do you remember the school anthem?
Yes,
Do you know how to play the school anthem on your guitar?
I can just sing it. The virtues and all the way.
Okay,
Strength in adversity.
That's the motto. That's not the school anthem. Okay, doctor, if you can play any song, any little number.
Oh, yeah.
It was always a pleasure, apart from your bungee jumping and your workouts, and you're going for yoga, and you're going to join me for badminton also later.
That's right. It's a
Okay.
pleasure. I just believe that people must do as much as they want to because I believe life is short.
And doctors are not boring people with white coats
Oh my
around
gosh,
who
they're
intimidate
not.
you.
And doctors needn't be old and sick and dying and tottering themselves. They can be just like you. That's all I'd like to.
And speak off the record.
Yes, and speak off the record. Doctors can still be boys next door.
Absolutely.
This is a song from the movie Ghost. It's one of my favorite.
And you're dedicating this to NDTV. NDTV Hindu.
To NDTV Hindu and to my wife, Dr. Chitrakala.
Okay, that's playing it safe. Okay, and to all the girls in NDTV Hindu. All right.
Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely time, and time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much.
Doc, you're the incurable romantic, but thank you very much for joining us. I'm glad that you actually dedicated it to your wife and not to me, and because people would have had ideas, but she's there. She is suitably blushing. All right. As for all those female admirers of Dr. Rajkumar, those who get along, what did you say? Who get along well with you? Who relate well to you? For all those who relate well to him, there's an email ID, feedback@ndtv-hindu.com. Write in and tell us if you like Off the Record. And don't worry, Kala, because that email is going to come to us. So we'll have a talk after that.